Aloha, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap, Let Light Unite. And this is Wednesday, August 7th, 2024. And before we begin, I need to change my Facebook page. As soon as there we go. Come on. All right. So today I wanted to talk about something really special, and it's working with the energy of divine love and the violet flame. Now, these two are some of the highest energies you can work with to help your life change and other people's life change. Make your lives maybe a little bit more peaceful and more harmony. So, we're going to talk first about the practical application of divine love. Now, I'm not talking about the airy fairy woo woo kind. I'm talking about actually working with the energy of love. So, here's an example. Now, what goes around comes around, right? When people argue, say Jane will say something negative to Mary, who replies back in the same manner, feeding each other's negative energy. Each time either one reacts in a negative way, the negative energy builds. Now, suppose Mary, instead of reacting to Jane's comments, did not reply, but instead went inward and returned the energy of love. Then one would not have anything to feed from, and the negative energy would begin to dissipate. And I call this energy ping ponging. You get mad, you send it to her, she feels that energy, gets angry over it, sends that energy back, and now the energy is just building. And now you get even angrier because you've been hit with more energy, and now you send that energy back. So you see how the cycle works. Now, what I just showed you about returning love instead of anger, it's what it's called transmuting energy, taking negative energy, neutralizing it with divine love, and returning love. You can practically apply this to any situation and any person. The first time I practiced using divine love, I was in the car with my 10-year-old son, who was very negative, and nothing positive or nice was coming from his lips. Instead of reacting to all that negativity, which actually, I hate to say it, but I really wanted to put him out on the street corner, but this is Michigan, middle of winter. They would have gotten me for child abuse, so I couldn't go there, right? So I thought, well, I'm going to try using this energy of love and see what happens. So what I did, I saw him in a bubble of pink, a bubble of love, and then from the very pores of my being, I sent love to him. Now imagine I'm driving this, he's in the car next to me, I'm blasting him with love. And then because I wanted to stay in that state of mind, in my mind, I just started saying love, 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 love. Well, what happened within minutes, he started laughing at himself and his whole attitude changed. Now, the next time I actually did this, I was working in like a grocery store, and I was doing like setup work and, like for the hair products and the nails and all that stuff. So I went in and I went to talk to the manager, and he started just reaming me for something I didn't do. And I let him talk, and he was really angry. And when he was all done, all I could say was, I'm really sorry, but I didn't do any of this, and now I'm going to go work. So I went to the farthest part of the building I could, and I started blasting him with love. Within 5 minutes, the man came all the way to the back of the store and he apologized to me. And all I could think of is, whoa, this is pretty cool. So, it's amazing what the power of love can do if people would only use it. So many people complain about how unhappy they are at the office because there's someone working there with whom they don't get along. When I find myself in the same situation, I meditate every night and see this person and bubble of divine love. I also call to his or her higher self from my higher self and ask that they get together on the etheric plane and communication is open between us. That whatever is blocking us from being friends be brought out to the open in a gentle, kind way so that we can discuss the problem in a friendly manner. I also say whoever sends me any dark energy of any kind is neutralized upon entering my aura, and I return love. Keep sending love, love, love. When you send love, two things will happen. You will either become friends with that person or they will leave the room, the job, etc. And they will leave their own choosing because the energy of love will make them too uncomfortable to stay in that working environment. So could your family use more divine light in the house? I know at times my house will become very low energy and family fights will erupt. Negativity will fill the air, overwhelming the house and everyone inside. So what has happened to the infamous t-shirt? So what has happened is the infamous t-shirt crap happens has begun to manifest in the house. When I finally wake up and realize what's going on, I call to the light of the divine to descend around me to strengthen my aura so that I will no longer feel the negative energy pull on my emotions. Then I ask that this light radiate around everyone in the house. I will also extend this energy around all the animals and cars outside. I call forth the violet flame to expand from within my heart center to fill every room of the house with the color violet. So here we're talking also about the violet flame. I call forth the violet flame to expand from my heart center to fill every room of the house with the color violet. Inwardly seeing everyone in the violet flame, cleansing and purifying the energy of the house. Then I call God, Michael the Archangel, Jesus, Buddha, whoever you worship, the divine beings of your choice to remove the entity that is not in the light of God from any of my loved ones and release this entity to the light of God to be transmuted by light and love into light and love. And as I believe and have faith that God has answered my call, it is done. Then before I go to bed at night, I will get more specific in what I pray for. If I am having trouble communicating with someone in the house, I'll call to our higher selves and ask that they get together on the higher planes and open communication between me and my loved one in a peaceful way. I will also take any rocks, crystals, and stones that are present and give them a good cleansing by putting them under running water. This will help change the energy in your environment to a more positive place. Keep the doors open to love flowing into the house by asking God to keep sending his divine energy into the house every day. This can be done anywhere, the workplace, at home, for building better relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. Anywhere you feel the need for more light, joy, and happiness. But then I also add, not my will, but thy will be done. So be it. I realized a long time ago what can happen if you call down the energy, divine energy from the creator to descend around a person, place, or situation, how fast it will shift the energy into something more positive. I said to self, if this works for all, that would happen what would happen if I started calling down divine healing energy into whatever I am physically challenged with? For example, if I had skin trouble on my nose or anywhere in my body, I would chant, may divine healing energy descend down into the skin of my nose, creating healthy skin. My skin is healthy and vibrant. If I was working on my kidneys, I would chant, may divine healing descend into my kidneys, now creating a healthy kidney. My kidney is healthy. I will chant this phrase for a few minutes in the morning before I start my day. During the day, when I had a spare minute, and chant myself to sleep, calling down that healing energy into my body. Now, another practical application of calling down divine energy around someone. So, say that you're in the airport and there's a screaming, crying baby, you're in the plane. Now, what has happened with that baby is that the energy around them has made him so uncomfortable. Now it's crying. So, what I would do, ask for permission from the baby, and then I would start chanting, may divine peace, divine calm, divine sleep descend down around you now. And I would start just chanting that and chanting it. And within a couple minutes, the baby will fall asleep, because what you have done is call down those aspects of God that have dissipated any negative energy that baby may have felt, and you've put them in a sacred space. And you can do this for anyone, anywhere, and they don't have to be right next to you. This is a global thing. You know, when you're working with energy, there are no limitations, right? So tonight, I'm going to ask, if you're listening, to do this for England and all the cities that are supposed to be having riots. May divine peace, divine calm, divine love descend on everyone now. May divine peace, divine calm, divine love descend on everyone now. And just start chanting that and focus that in England and see what happens. Now, as I was telling you about the healing process, calling down that divine energy, now this may take a few days, weeks, or perhaps a month or so. So don't get discouraged. Every time you now think about your body challenge, say to yourself, I am healing and getting healthier every day. I see this challenge, kidney, liver, improving and is in perfect condition, working in harmony with the rest of me. I will also add that I also find the correct vitamins and minerals my body needs for that particular area to heal, and take triple the vitamins and minerals my body needs to heal. For example, gum trouble, add more vitamin C, skin vitamin E, eyes vitamin A, angelite for minerals, as well as I also added, a lot of other energies that are specific to me. So I would, sit down and ask Spirit what vitamins and minerals you need. And if you know how to work with a pendulum, the pendulum will tell you yes or no. All right, now, these are practical applications on how to work with energy of love and energy in a different way. So now I want to talk about the violet flame. And what is the violet flame? Hey, Jeff. Violet flame is one of the highest energies you can use. And when it's a purple flame coming from within our hearts, and when you call it forth, it erases cause effect, record memory of karma. It transmutes dark to light. It raises our vibration. It can negate psychic attack. It's a very, very powerful tool to use. So, wow, first time I tried working with the violet flame was over 33 years ago. Lifetimes away from where I am now. I was a very heavy pot smoker. Back then, it was pretty brain dead. I had trouble completing sentences and my memory was shot. I was pretty fried. So I came across this book called The Science of the Spoken Word, which it had all these decrees to the violet flame. And also, in the book, it says not only will it raise your energy, but if you have any addictions, it'll help clear that out of your body. And I'm one for, okay, let's try it. It's free. What have I got to lose? All I have to do is put effort into this. So I read the book, and it's called The Science of the Spoken Word by Mark Prophet. And I went through it, and the decrees that really resonated to me, I pulled out and put into a separate book. So I had about 15 decrees. So you're supposed to read the decree each time, 3 times, using the power of the spoken word. So I committed to doing that twice a day, and it took me like 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night. And then that weekend, he also says in the book that if you do each decree 33 times, that's the ultimate, right? Okay, so I'm going to give this a try. So I went out to my backyard and I didn't really have neighbors. I took a jar of 33 pennies because trust me, I was not going to lose count doing this. And I said each decree 33 times. So I did that the whole weekend. And by Sunday night, I was clean. I was clear. I knew where I was going. I knew my spiritual path. My body hummed. I could feel it because the vibration raised higher. And when I opened up my eyes, it was all purple. It was an amazing, amazing process, and the outcome was incredible. So I am learned by doing, and I only share with you things that I have done myself that I have found really helpful. This is one of them. Oh my goodness. Now, if you don't have time to do those decrees, and I feel like I'm under psychic attack now, all I'll chant is, I am a being, a violet fire. I am the purity God desires, till I am lighter. Now, say if I made somebody angry, and again, we've got that energy ping pong going. His anger, I'll feel it, and I'll go, how could he? And that energy goes back to him and back and forth. Well, there are times I just don't want to go there. Whoever this person is a chance encounter, has nothing to do with my life, and I don't want to keep thinking about him. So every time that person's would come up in my mind, I would literally, and this is how you control your mind. It's mastership of the mind. You would recognize that these are not your thoughts. And I'm not going there anymore. So anytime the thought would come in about him, I would go out, chant to the violet flame. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Until I feel lighter and there's no more thoughts. Now, on occasion, I'll actually call to that man's higher self or whoever it is, ask their higher self to give them something divinely constructive to do, to take their minds off of me. Now, easy, right? If I feel I'm under psychic attack, I'll call forth the violet flame. And there are times, when my kids were little, I would wake up and be around them, and they were really nice, and I was what I called Miss Bitch. Now that's not a very pleasant way to start the morning, and I really had to acknowledge, why am I so cranky? Is the weight of the earth so heavy it's pulling me downward with negativity, or am I under psychic attack? And it doesn't matter. Whatever the reason is, I have to release it, let it go, and transmute it. So again, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I will start chanting that. Actually, I would go into a room and chant it until that anger was gone and I could be around the kids in a very sweet way. And what's really cool is as I was chanting that flame for myself, it was affecting them in a positive way. So we had harmony again. So these are some simple suggestions on how to raise your vibration of you and people around you, how to transmute a dark situation into light. And everything is practical application. And knowledge doesn't mean anything until you apply it. So I asked you to apply it. And let me know what you experience. If you actually want a copy of what I've written, ask and I'll send it to you. So on that note, we don't even have to ground today. How cool. Although grounding, I will say, if you're angry, go find a tree, put your hands on the tree and send all that anger into the tree. 30 seconds. And the tree, it doesn't matter whether it's positive energy or negative energy, it is just simply energy to the tree. And when you've done that, sent all that negative energy into the tree, ask the tree to send you energy back and you'll ground and you'll become calm. All right, guys, on that note, have a lovely day and we'll catch you again soon.